Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So if you know about Stephen A. Smith and how he feels about Kawhi Leonard. The man said Kawhi needs to retire. He said a lot of things about Kawhi. The man have been dogging Kawhi for years, basically. The man is saying he needs to retire. Every season, Stephen A. Smith goes in on Kawhi because of Kawhi load managing and mainly because he's always injured. Kawhi is constantly injured all the time. He came into this season injured, coming off of last season. And after months and months of being injured, Kawhi was finally healthy enough to play. The last 2 months of the season, Kawhi is back to being Kawhi. He's finally healthy. You could see the pep, the bounce in his step. The man is balling out of his mind. And now Stephen A. Smith decided, let me jump back on the bandwagon. After dogging the man, talking crazy about Kawhi, just shitting on him basically. Stephen A. said a lot through the years. He has said a lot about Kawhi. Always negative press, never anything good, nothing positive. So he's always talking down on Kawhi because of his injury history and the fact he's always unavailable. Whether right or wrong, he's always anti-Kawhi. And now Kawhi looks like he's finally back to his playoff self, 2019 form. He looks very healthy, knock on wood. He's balling out of control. The Clippers just beat the Warriors just recently to clinch the 5th seed in the West. They're going up against Denver. Because Kawhi is looking so amazing, spectacular, now Stephen A. Smith is trying to jump on the bandwagon and act like he rocks with Kawhi. When we all know, if you follow Stephen A. Smith, you know Stephen A. Smith don't mess with Kawhi. Any chance he gets to talk down on Kawhi, he takes it. Any chance he gets to take a shot at Kawhi, that's what he does. Stephen A. Smith went as far as saying he guarantees Kawhi Leonard won't be healthy by week 1 of the NBA playoffs. And this is the kind of madness I'm talking about. This man is always talking crazy about Kawhi. Never have anything positive to say. Never, ever, ever, ever. And this was in March when he said this. Not that long ago, just a few weeks ago. He guaranteed Kawhi won't be available in the first week of the playoffs. And after watching Kawhi and seeing what he's doing and how healthy he looks, and the man is killing out here, now Stephen A. Smith want to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, I want to support Kawhi. Come on, man, stop it. Stop it. Even if you feel like, damn, Kawhi looks good, don't even say anything. The fact you have always been talking down on Kawhi, disrespecting the man, saying he should retire, saying a lot of really negative things about him. Why even try to be on his side now? I would just acknowledge from afar, okay, Kawhi's balling out, but I wouldn't even say anything. I'll just sit back and be like, okay. And if I do say something, it would be something positive. I'm not gonna shit on the dude, and I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon, knowing I've always talked down on him. Why would I jump on the bandwagon? So this is what Stephen A. Smith had to say in March. First of all, what's the date the playoffs start? Because of the date that the playoffs start, Kawhi Leonard, you can pencil in by week 1 of the playoffs, he's going to be out. That's the problem. That's why I'm not picking the Clippers. It's not because of their coaching, because Ty Lue is great, Jeff Van Gundy is great, James Harden deserves our props and our love for the way that brother has played. Norman Powell, oh my God, he was an all-star for me. I love that brother. Listen, they deserve a lot of credit, but as long as a reliant commodity is Kawhi Leonard, scratch it. You can book it. What's today's date right here? I'm just looking for the date right here. March 25th, I'm just looking at a couple of weeks. All right. So that's what Stephen A. Smith said in March, late March. He guaranteed Kawhi won't be available for the NBA playoff, for the first week of the NBA playoffs. Now fast forward to the middle of April, about 3 weeks later, and Stephen A. Smith is all over Kawhi, all on his jockstrap. You should see how he's acting on ESPN. The same dude who guarantees Kawhi won't be available for week 1 of the playoffs. Keep that same energy. Why are you switching up now? Especially when you're always talking down on the man, saying he needs to retire, Steve Ballmer should do this. You always have something bad to say. So why switch up now when you just was talking crazy about him just 3 weeks ago? But this is Stephen A. Smith. I'm not saying you can't change your mind. Of course, you get new information, you could update and change your mind. But what I'm saying is, if anything, you could give him his props, but don't act like you're pro Kawhi. You have never been pro Kawhi. When have Stephen A. Smith ever been pro Kawhi? When? Never. So don't cap and act like you rock with Kawhi when you know you don't. You're just jumping on the bandwagon, basically. Need I remind you, Stephen A. Smith also claimed Kawhi is the worst superstar in NBA history. In sports history, not even NBA, in sports history. The man said Kawhi is the worst superstar. I would never go that far. That was way out of bounds, out of pocket. But he said it. What's said is said. Said the man is the worst superstar in sports history. Not NBA, sports. So he's talking about generally speaking. And that's real negative. That's some real damaging statement. But he said it. That's how he felt at the time, and he said it. So how do you go from saying that to now you're all over Kawhi? That's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, dude. You be flip-flopping, changing, constantly changing up. You're disrespecting the man, talking down on him, all the negative press. And that's how you feel, it's your opinion. Great, whatever. But stand on it. Don't say what you're saying, and you've been saying a lot through the years, and suddenly you want to change your mind. All of a sudden, oh, Kawhi, you're salivating over Kawhi. Come on, dude. You know you don't rock with Kawhi like that. He's on ESPN salivating over Kawhi, acting like he loves Kawhi and I can't wait to see. Stephen A., stop it. But this is the fake crap I be talking about. And the reason why Stephen A. Smith said Kawhi is the worst superstar in NBA history, obviously is because of his injury history. He's always unavailable. But that don't make him the worst superstar in NBA history. He's not the only superstar to be injury prone. To my recollection, he's not the only one. Plenty of superstars, their career end early. They had a short career because of injury. Look at Tracy McGrady. Yes, he was great, but what took him out? Injury. I'm not saying his injury history was worse than Kawhi, but the point is, we have seen a lot of stars and superstars end their careers very early because injury. They can't stay healthy. So to say the man is the worst superstar in sports history, that's a bit much, man. The man also said Steve Ballmer and the Clippers should force Kawhi to retire. Stephen A., he has said a lot regarding to Kawhi in his NBA career. Said some real negative things. And like I said again, you could change your mind, you get new information, you could update your mind, but I would give him his respect. And that's it. I wouldn't be salivating over him or being pretentious and acting like I rock with him, because you do not rock with Kawhi. Anyone who watched Stephen A. Smith, he don't rock with Kawhi. So to say Steve Ballmer and the Clippers should force this man to retire early, or to say he should retire, or to say he'll miss the first week of the playoff in March, to say all these things for you now to turn around and be like, and be all over Kawhi and the Clippers because they're now balling. They're one of the best teams in the West. Kawhi is doing his thing, James Harden, and they have a chance of possibly upsetting the Denver Nuggets. So now you're all over this guy? Come on, dude. But what more can I say? This is Stephen A. Smith in a nutshell. He flip-flops a lot. He'll dog you, drag you, talk crazy about you. The next minute, the man is salivating over you, acting like, he can't wait to see you play, and come on, man. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.